University of Agriculture Science Dharwad, PhD from IARI, New Delhi, 1986 to 1990, postdoctoral fellowship, ICRI SAT Asia Center, 1991 to 93. Presently serving as executive committee member of KSTA, Bangalore. Former Vice Chancellor, University of Agricultural and Horticultural Sciences, Shimoga, Karnataka. He has served as Dean postgraduate studies 2012 to 2016 at University of Agriculture Sciences, Raichur, Director of Research, University of Agricultural and Horticultural Sciences, Shimoga, 2016 to 18. And his research areas are plant pathology, biological control, PGPR, mycotoxins, and biodiversity of fungi, disease resistance, and IPM for sustainable crop production. And his publications are 195 research papers, 3 patents, 27 conference papers, 15 books, 75 book chapters, 90 conferences presentations, 36 keynote addresses, and 50 lead lecturers, and 110 TV telecasts to farmers. He got several awards: ICAR Bharata Ratna Subramaniam Outstanding Teacher Award, ICAR US India Fulbright Nehru Visiting Fellowship 2010, ISCA National Young Scientist Award, Karnataka State Young Scientist Award, BB Mandkar Memorial Award, IPS IARI New Delhi 2020. Suvarna Karnataka Rajyotsava Award in 2007, Lifetime Achievement Award, National Astha Foundation, Meerut, Uttar Pradesh 2018, and many more. And he honored President to Indian Pathological Society, SZ 2015, and Councillor ISMPP 2002 to 4, and Councillor Plant Protection Association of India 2002 to 5, Fellow of National Academy of Biological Sciences, Chennai 2003 to 5, Advisory Board Member, Asian PGPR Society, USA. Sir, lot are there, and now the stage is over to you, sir.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೂ ಇನ್ನೂ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ರಾಜಾ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರದ್ದು ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನನಗೂ ಇದೆ. ಆದರೆ ನಮ್ಮೂರು ಕುಮಟ ಭಾಳ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊತೀನಿ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ರೈಟ್? Kindly bear with me. Honorable President of the Karnataka Science and Technology Academy, Dr. Raja Sahab, also former Vice Chancellor of Tumkur University, more importantly, my 40 years old good friend. We have been friends from 1986 onwards. Dr. Venkataraman, very distinguished scientist and the Fellow of Royal Society. President of the today's function, Srimati Vijaya Naik. I am sure under her leadership, this college is conducting several programs and conferences. That is the beauty of this college. All my distinguished delegates, there are many distinguished delegates, and I also see the presence of one of my teacher who taught me at A.V. Baliga College of Kumta during my PUC Science in 1979, Dr. Subhash. Great pranams to you, sir. Distinguished delegates, my dear young scholars, researchers, faculty members of this college, and most importantly, the convener of this particular international conference, who happens to be my brother, Dr. I.K. Naik. Press, of course, I was told that there is no press here. Yeah, thank you very much. Single hand coming up. Thank you very much, representing all the media for spreading the news to the rest of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to congratulate and compliment the college, the first degree college of Kumta, Principal Vijaya Madam, Convener Dr. I.K. Naik, and their team for conceiving this idea of having an international conference, that too in a very remote area of the country, where Dr. Raja Saab told there is no connectivity. But I pressurized him that he should be here. I took the liberty to tell him that he has to be here. And today he has made it. Congratulations, sir. Yeah, he said I brought him, but it is the conference which made me to bring him here. And I also congratulate Dr. Raja Saab, because probably this is the first for this district, the first sponsorship provided by Karnataka Science and Technology Academy, that too for my district and my place, that is in bracket, okay? That does not happen very easily. That requires a big mind, and that he is. So let us compliment and congratulate the KSTA, which is a nodal agency for Karnataka to nurture the science, to spearhead the science and see that the science reaches the masses. And that is the beauty of KSTA, and that should end up in entrepreneurship also. So thank you for your sponsorship, sir. I also congratulate and thank the Honorable MLA who has just left the audience, because every time I meet him, we usually keep on meeting, sometimes in Vidhan Sauda, sometimes in Kumta, sometimes in conferences like this. I always tell him that this is the one district, fifth biggest district in Karnataka state, without a university. Please remember this mind. If there are press people, my request to again, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ 30 ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹುಶಃ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು PUC ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್, SLC ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬಂದವಾಗ ಕೆಲವು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಕೆಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಅಪಹಾಸ್ಯ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದಾವೆ. ಉತ್ತರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗಳಿದಾವೆ. ಅಂತ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಇವತ್ತು 3-4 ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯಗಳಿದಾವೆ. ಆದರೆ this district has produced several intelligent children, intelligent boys, scholars who have survived and struggled hard, but without any university in the post-independence period. That is a painful for anyone who is born in the Uttara Kannada district. And one of the pain is for me as well. Wherever there is a possible, we go on talking about this, right? Coming to today's international conference, I think conference on innovation, ಆವಿಷ್ಕಾರ, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಆವಿಷ್ಕಾರ ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಸಮಯ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಯಾವ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ವಿಚಾರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳ ಕ್ರೂಷಿಯಲ್ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಒಂದು, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬೀನ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವಿಕಸಿತ ಭಾರತ್, developed India. That, and secondly, it has come at a crucial time, because the demographic, there are 3 important things that we can visualize. One is demographic landscape. ಏನು ಜನಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ಕೇಪು ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯ. ಎರಡನೇದು ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ದೇಶದ ಏನಿದೆ. ಮೂರನೇದು ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್, ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ. ಇವು ಮೂರು ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಬಹುಶಃ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಆ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳು. ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ, ಪರ್ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸಿ ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಜನಸಂಖ್ಯೆ, India is perhaps one of the oldest in civilization, but youngest on the planet. It is youngest because we have about 1 billion population below the age of 30, 35. That speaks what should be our roadmap. In other words, people with age of less than 30 is around 65%. When I say young India, youthful India, it symbolizes, young means enthusiasm, young means energy, young means empowerment. ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಮತ್ತು ಸರ್ವಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬಲ್ಲಂಥ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಶಕ್ತಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯುವ ಶಕ್ತಿ. ಆ ಶಕ್ತಿ ನಮ್ಮದು, ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ್ದು. ಅಗೈನ್, young India also represents three things. One is courage, 3 C's, courage, confidence and commitment. Similarly, it also represents 3 D's. And the 3 D's are the determination, the devotion and the dreams of young man. In other words, the young people sitting here, ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಂದಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂತ್ ಆಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಬಹುಶಃ average age of Indian age is 29. That is young India. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತಿರುವಂಥ ಸಭೆನಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಬಹುಶಃ less than 25, because large number of young graduates of science are sitting here. So I am sure you have a lot of hopes, you have a lot of dreams, you have a lot of aspirations, and that aspiration to give some inspiration, we have this conference. I am also sure that true success is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. ಬಹುಶಃ ವೆಂಕಟರಮಣ ಅವರು ಒಪ್ಕೋತಾರೆ, 1% ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಉಲ್ಲಾಸವನ್ನು ತುಂಬುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಮೇದ, 99% ಪರಿಶ್ರಮ, ಬೆವರು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ದೇವರೆಲ್ಲೂ ಹಣೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಹಣೆ ಬರಹ ಬರೆದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಣೆಯ ಬೆವರನ್ನು ಬರೆದವರಿಗೆ ಹಣೆ ಬರಹ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಆ ಬೆವರು ಬರಹ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಅದು ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಬಹುಶಃ ಯಂಗ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಿಂದ. ಸೊ ವಿಕಸಿತ ಭಾರತದ ಕಲ್ಪನೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಕಾನಮಿಕ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ $5 trillion. ಬಹುಶಃ we are one of the fastest growing economy in the world. We are fourth largest after US, India, China, US, China, and then you have Japan, right? So we are probably in another couple of months we may reach the 4th largest. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ 4ನೇ ಅಥವಾ 3rd ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂಬುವಂಥ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇದೆ. ಆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ನೋವೇಷನ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇಕಾನಮಿನ ಎರಡು ವಿರೋಧಾಭಾಸ ಇದೆ. ಏನು ವಿರೋಧಾಭಾಸ? ಇಕಾನಮಿ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದಿದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ there are 360 million people whose daily income is 60 rupees per day. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸಕ್ಕೆ 60 ರೂಪಾಯಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಊಟ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂಥ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ 36 ಕೋಟಿ ಜನಗಳಿಗಿದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ಸಂಪತ್ತು ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ 260 lakh crore is our debt. That is a debt, and that debt is on everybody. ನಾವು ಸಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಋಣಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹುಶಃ ತುಂಬ ಸಂತೋಷದಿಂದ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. The first university in India was in 1857, and we had by 1957 39 universities, and by 2019 845 university. By 2025 we have 1300, close to 1300 universities. 1300 universities, 43 million students, gross enrollment ratio of 28%, 5800 colleges, 58,000 colleges, and already Dr. Ishwar Naik has already told science joining students are dwindling. ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗುವಂಥ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. 255 ರಿಸರ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ ನಮ್ಮದು ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ. ಬಹುಶಃ US-ನಲ್ಲಿ ಜಪಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಫಿಗರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗ್ತದೆ. 40,000 doctoral students, and Karnataka also 43 universities, 3,400 colleges, 182 engineering colleges, 72 medical colleges, 400 R&D laboratories in Karnataka alone, and Bangalore is the science city and a cradle for new dimensions of science. ತೊಟ್ಟಿಲು, ವಿಜ್ಞಾನದ ತೊಟ್ಟಿಲು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು. ಇವತ್ತು 400 ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ 500 ಫಾರ್ಚೂನ್ IT big captains industries, at least 400 of them outsource IT services from Bangalore. That will speak volumes about our science. As far as our publications, United States 5.5 lakh publications, China 8.84 lakh publications, India 2.07 lakh publications. And not only ending in, when we were reading, Professor Raja Sahab will agree with me, publish or perish antidru. Today that is not the end. Sampath Kumar knows, right? Publish or perish or patent it or produce it and make wealth out of it. So PPP has gone up now. So patents, as far as patent is concerned, we have, US has got 3.5 lakh, around 9 lakh in China, and we have about 76,053. Why I am telling this data, what Dr. Ishwar Naik told, why science people are dwindling, this has direct correlation with what researchers, publication we are doing, what patents we are producing. It's a struggle. I have 3 patents. I have another 3. I have retired. So that is the journey. If you really want to patent it, you need a lot of struggling here. The point that I want to mention here, with all 1300 universities, so many publications, so many researchers, something around 14 lakh faculty members, still we lag behind. Of course, Professor Raja Sahab mentioned several innovations. Maybe we can go on mentioning innovations. I don't want to do that job, repeat it. But the point is, starting with the invention of fire. ಬಹುಶಃ ಬೆಂಕಿನೇ ನಾವು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ? ಹಸಿ ಮಾಂಸವನ್ನು ತಿಂತಾ ಇರ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಹಸಿ ಗೆಡ್ಡೆ ಗೆಣಸುಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಂತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಇನ್ವೆನ್ಷನ್. ಅಥವಾ ಇವತ್ತು what we discovered, printing machine. Sometimes in 1500, when the printing machine was discovered, it was told that we don't require teachers in the world. Teachers ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಸಿಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತು ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರು ಪ್ರಿಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಷಿನ್ ಬಂದವಾಗ. ಇವಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್, ಕೃತಕ ಬುದ್ಧಿಮತ್ತೆ ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ನಡೀತದೆ ಅಂತ. ನೋ, nobody can beat the human intelligence. Nobody has ever beaten. Nobody will ever beat in future also. So that's why nobody can replace a chalk piece and duster teacher. It is the chalk piece and duster that has ruled, that has created science. If the originality, what Dr. Professor Raja Sahab told, originality, creativity, novelty, innovation, all these things have started from the classrooms before it went on to the laboratory. It has ಎಲ್ಲ ಆವಿಷ್ಕಾರಗಳು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರಿಗಳು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊಸ ಹೊಸ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನದ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆಗಳು ಅವು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ನಿಂದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ನಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಲ್ಯಾಬೊರೇಟರಿಯಿಂದ ಫೀಲ್ಡಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಸಂಪತ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸಂಪತ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ರೈಟ್. ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಖುಷಿಯಾದ ವಿಷಯ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ನಾನು ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಲಪತಿ ಆದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಕುಲಪತಿ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೋವಿಡ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಮುಗೀತು. ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಭೇಟಿ ಆಗಬೇಡ, ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋ ಅಂತ, ಮಾಸ್ಕ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. ನಾನು ಈ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಕಂಡಾಗ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನೇಷನ್ನು ಏನು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣಮೂರ್ತಿ ಎಲ್ಲವರ ಭಾರತ್ ಬಯೋಟೆಕ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬೊರೇಟರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಇದಾಗಿ ಕೇವಲ ಇನ್ ಆನ್ ಇಯರ್ 1 billion ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನೇಷನ್ ಟ್ವೈಸ್. The greatest strength and courage of Indian science. Let us give a big hand for those people who have done this under public-private partnership. And during that year, I was the first to invite Dr. Krishnamurthy Yella for an honorary doctorate degree of my university, and the first honorary doctorate of my university went to Krishnamurthy Yella. And he visited our university. He did not talk to me till he landed in Shivamogga because he was extremely busy. He was extremely busy. And in phone he was not talking. Later on I came to know even for Prime Minister's phone also he won't receive. That much he was so busy. But I tell you, when I read out his biodata, it is a man from India. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಂಥ ಒಬ್ಬ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣಮೂರ್ತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಓದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಖುಷಿ ಆಯಿತು. ಹೆಪಟೈಟಿಸ್ ಬಿ, ಬಹುಶಃ ಸಂಪತ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ನಾಳೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹೆಪಟೈಟಿಸ್ ಬಿ which was sold in USA for $70 per vaccination along with preservatives, whereas Dr. Krishnamurthy Yella sold it to India minus preservative at a cost of 10 rupees. Maybe around, what was the total vaccination that you sold? Any figure you have? Yeah, Zika virus, dengue virus, rotavirus, all these viruses he has vaccination. His entire family is into vaccine. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸದಸ್ಯರು ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನೇಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಡಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನನಗೆ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಹೈದರಾಬಾದ್ಗೆ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಸಿದ್ದಾಪುರದ ನಮ್ಮ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ ಸಿದ್ದಾಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಸನೂರು ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಮಂಗನ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗೆ ಔಷಧ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರೇ KST ಇಂದ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಬಹುಶಃ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಂಗನ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನೇಷನ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಬಂದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕೃಷ್ಣಮೂರ್ತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಮಂಗನ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಇದೆ, ಮಂಗನ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನೇಷನ್ ಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಜನ ಸಾಯ್ತಾರೆ. ಮಂಗನಿಂದ ಬರುವಂಥ ರೋಗ, ಆ ಮಂಗನ ರೋಗ ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ತಂದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಮರ ಕಡ್ದಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಮಂಗ ಉಳಿಯೋ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿವಿ, ಮಂಗನ ರೋಗ ನಮಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ. He told it is a very small problem for his stature. He told vaccination will be how much you will give for Uttara Kannada district or Shivamogga district. Andre, when you start thinking of science into business, when the science marries commerce, the marriage of science and commerce makes wealth. He told, it is a too small a project for me. But he said, I will fund it. And since then, I am waiting for some virologists to come forward to get the funding. Then Shivamogga, they established a laboratory. He has not yet given the funding. Laboratory has been started. Manipal ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿನವರು ಸೇರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ವರ್ಕ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ನು ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಷ್ಟೇ. And then ಬಹುಶಃ if I start talking about innovations, whether it is a Wright brothers discovered aeroplane, isn't it? Whenever aeroplane crashes, we say Wright brothers were wrong, right? Wright brothers were wrong because aeroplane crash. But that is our mistake. Because every science has its own limitations. Telephone, communication. Probably India is a pride of ISRO. It is a pride because it is nation's pride. It's a commitment for satellite, not only satellites, the robust communication that we have. ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಗಂಗಾಧರ ನಾಯಕ್ ಅಂತ ಭಾವ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಡೈಲಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಮೊಮ್ಮಗನ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ? ಅಮೇರಿಕದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದರೆ the entire globe has been reduced to a small place of a global village, and that was possible by the space science. ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಇವತ್ತು ಜಾಗತಿಕ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾರ್ಪಡಿಸಿದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ. ಚಂದ್ರಯಾನ 1 ಮುಗಿತು, ಚಂದ್ರಯಾನ 2 ಆಯಿತು, ಚಂದ್ರಯಾನ 3 ಮೂನ್ನ ಸೌತ್ ಪೋಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈಡ್ ಎ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಬಹುಶಃ ವಾಟರ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬಿನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರ್ಡ್. ಮಂಗಳಯಾನ ಮಂಗಳದ ಅಂಗಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಳಿದು ಆಗಿದೆ. ಬಹುಶಃ India is the only country in the world to have it attempted first time, and first time we got the result on Mars. Apart from that, probably space technology has given a big credit for rest of the communication also. Internet discovered in 1996. When was the internet discovered? 1969. Isn't it? Supercomputers. Today we say evening there is going to be rain. Forecast, prediction. Although we may not be able to, avoid the natural disaster, but we can save the life. That much we have done. Andhra coast last week we had a cyclone, but perfectly prepared for the cyclone. So all these are possible because of the science. Why I am telling all these things? The creator of knowledge is university. The creator of knowledge is classroom. The creator of knowledge is R&D laboratory. And that is the creation. We are the consumers of knowledge. I am consuming the knowledge. I am using the mic and giving a big bhashan because that is the energy. E is equal to mc square, Einstein's theory, that we can transform the energy, sound energy, mic energy, electrical energy, chemical energy. So all these are possible because of science. But are we giving enough money to science? The R&D laboratory for India, we are giving just 0.7%. ಅಂದರೆ 100 rupees ನಮ್ಮದು ಉತ್ಪನ್ನ ಇದ್ರೆ 70 ಪೈಸೆಯನ್ನು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಬಹುಶಃ ಇವತ್ತು MLA ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಈ ಮಾತು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂತದ್ದು ಅವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜಾ ಸಾಬ್ ಅವರು ಇದನ್ನು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ನಿವೇದನೆ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ವೆರಿ ಲೆಸ್. ಆದರೆ ಚೈನಾ, ಯಾಕೆ ನಾನು ಚೈನಾಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಹೋಲಿಸ್ಕೊತೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಫ್ಲೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಬೋಟ್ 2 decades ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. 20 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬೋಟ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ರು ಅವರು. ಈಗ 3 ಸರಿ ಚೈನಾಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, 3 ಸರಿ ನೋಡ್ದ ಹೋಗೋ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆನೇ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಚೈನಾ ಈಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ probably remarkable. And that should happen in India. Means they are investing about $870 billion. America is already, they have done their job. Germany, UK, European, they have done their job. It is now the job of the India to see that we invest sufficient and see that the scholars sitting here do not go back to doing the job of conductor, postman, motor vehicle inspector. No, they should become scientists. How many of you are ready to become scientists? Please raise your hand. ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಂದಿಗೆ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಯೋಚನೆ ಇದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕನಸಿದೆ? ಎತ್ತಿರ ಕೈ. ಯಾರು ಎತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಪರ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂಬುದಂತ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಡ್ರೈವರ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ, ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ, ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ, ಮೋಟರ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ತಯಾರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಇವತ್ತು BE ಆದವರು ಕೂಡ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್. ಆ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಬಹುಶಃ ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರಾದಂಥ ಸುಭಾಷ್ ಅವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಲೈಫ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಹಿ ಸ್ಪೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಘಾಟ್ಸ್. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾಕ್ರಿ ಯಾಕೆ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಘಾಟ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಾಜಾ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಹುಚ್ಚರಾಗಬೇಕು ನಾವು ಅಂತ. ಹುಚ್ಚರಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಬೆಳೆಯಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಈಶ್ವರ ನಾಯಕರವ್ರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅದೇ ಹುಚ್ಚಿದೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಆ ಹುಚ್ಚನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇನ್ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್, what is the greatest contribution? Vaccination, I told. Heart transplant, liver transplant, kidney transplant, what not. Ivattu diabetes surgery, one of the very few countries have done, India has done. Diabetes, glue eye surgery, cervical cancer surgery, and a single ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಮಾತ್ರೆ ಹೃದಯ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತ ಒಂದೇ ಮಾತ್ರೆಯಿಂದ 5 ಹೃದಯ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಯನ್ನ ಗುಣ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಫಾರ್ಮಸಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಇವತ್ತು ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸಪ್ಲೈಸ್ 50% ಆಫ್ ದ ಡ್ರಗ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ. ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ನೋಸಿಸ್, ಟ್ಯೂಬರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೋಸಿಸ್, ಡೆಂಗ್ಯೂ. ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ನೋಡಿ, 10 ಫೀಟ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, 5 ಫೀಟ್ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ. ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ವೈರಸ್ ವಿಚ್ is not visible for microscope has threatened and shaken the whole world, including many of the Americans, developed world, developing world. Antimicrobial resistance, antibiotic resistance, probably Dr. Venkataraman and others might throw a light. ಇವತ್ತು ಸಣ್ಣ ಜ್ವರಗಳು ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಗುಣ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಮಾತ್ರೆಗಳು ತಿಂದರೆ. ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. 101 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಿದ್ವಿ, ಮೊದಲೆಲ್ಲ 10 ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದೆ. ಈಗ 102, 103, 104 ಆದರೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ, ಫಂಜೈ, ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್, ಬಹುಶಃ ನಾನು ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೈ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್. ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್, ಇವತ್ತೇನಾದರೂ ಬಹುಶಃ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಮನ್ಸು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಮನ್ಸು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಡೈನಿಂಗ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಊಟ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಮನ್ಸು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮನ್ಸು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಯಾರು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. 2,500 ಕೋಟಿ ಡೈನಿಂಗ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 400 ಕೋಟಿ ಭಾರತೀಯರು, ಪ್ಲಸ್ 40,000 ನ್ಯೂ ಬಾರ್ನ್ ಬೇಬೀಸ್, ಗೆಸ್ಟ್. ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ 40,000 ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿ ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂತ್ರೆ ಊಟ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ. ಆದರೆ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸರ್ ಆಫ್ ರೈಸ್, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್. ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಗೋಧಿ ಬೆಳೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ fruits and vegetables. We are the first largest in milk production. ವರ್ಗೀಸ್ ಕುರಿಯನ್ ಅವರ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಲಿನ ಹೊಳೆ ಹರಿದಿದೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ನೀರು ಸಿಗದೆ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಹಾಲು ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ, ಸರಿನಾ? ಇವತ್ತು ತರಕಾರಿ ಹಣ್ಣುಗಳು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಇನ್ನೂ ವಿಶೇಷವಾದ್ದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಈಸ್ ದ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಇನ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಾಕ್ಟೆಡ್ Food Security Act. February 2013 is a remarkable day in India's history. 2013 ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿ 2 ದೇಶದ ಇತಿಹಾಸದಲ್ಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಚರಿತ್ರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿರುವಂಥ ಸುವರ್ಣ ಅಕ್ಷರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಅಂದರೆ ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿ 2, 2013. ಆವತ್ತು ನಾವು 80 ಕೋಟಿ ಭಾರತೀಯರಿಗೆ ಪುಕ್ಷಟೆಯಾಗಿ ಊಟ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಫುಡ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ದಿವಸ. ಅದು ಗ್ರೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ, ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಟು ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ Professor Swaminathan, who received the Bharat Ratna, is the doyen of Indian agriculture. He said, political will, farmer skill and scientific skill was responsible for the miracle, and that miracle has happened. Similarly, ಇವತ್ತು 80 ಕೋಟಿ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಊಟ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಕೋವಿಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ವಾಸ್ ಲಾಕ್ಡ್, ದಿಗ್ಬಂಧನ, ಬಟ್ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಅಂತೂ ಲಾಕ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಡ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಕರೇಜ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಟು ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನು ನಾನು, ರೈತರು ಆ ಒಂದು The farmer of India has given that courage to feed 80 crore people during COVID. ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಹುಶಃ ನಾನು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸೆಟಲೈಟ್, ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್, ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಪೋಲಿಯೋ, ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನು ಧಾರೆ ಎರೆದು ಈ ಸಮಾಜದ ಸೇವೆಗೆ ಬಳಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ದೇಶದ ಸೇವೆಗೆ ಬಳಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಬಹುಶಃ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೆಮಿನಾರ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇವತ್ತೇನು 200-300 ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 10 out of it, at least one out of it comes as a MS Swaminathan. If one out of them comes as a C.V. Raman, if one out of them comes as Vikram Sarabhai, if one out of them comes as Varghese Kurian, if one out of them comes as Mashlekar, then the purpose of the seminar is going to be fulfilled. That's what I see. But with all that, ಒಂದು ಕಾಷನ್, ಎಚ್ಚರಿಕೆ ಗಂಟೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್, ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಔಟ್, ಸಿ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಸಿಟ್ ಡೌನ್, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಬಿಗ್ ಹೌಸ್, ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ, and there are 10 bed houses, only 2 people are living. So even if you sleep for 2 hours per day, you can't complete all bed houses. That is the reality. There is a reality. You have more degrees, less common sense. We have touched the moon, 3.58 lakh kilometers we have traveled to touch the moon, but we do not know the neighbor. We don't know the neighbor. We have received the advanced medicine, poor health, high income, less peace of mind. Good knowledge, less wisdom. My dear students, number of affairs are more, no true affair. Number of Facebook friends are more, but you don't have actually seen the actual face of the Facebook friend. So that is your friendship. Lot of alcohol, less of water. Lots of human, but less of humanity. Costly watches, no time to watch. So this, take it as a caution. Enter into science, be the creator of the knowledge, and take this world forward, make this planet a better place to live for the next few generations to come. At this hour, I take this opportunity to congratulate and thank the college, the principal, the main convener, Dr. Ishwar Naik, who happens to be my brother. And I am very happy that Dr. Raja Saab made it to happen in Kumta. I wish he will have one more to Kumta or Uttar Kannada district. I am intending today. The reason is this district has been neglected without any university. Probably students are intelligent, people are intelligent, no land, and they go out of this district for their survival. So, very intelligent students, I wish all of them a bright future, and I wish this conference for the next 2 days a fruitful, a fantastic output, a good deliberations, and wonderful times to all of you. Enjoy yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your great texture of words and your great way of explanation about science and innovation. Your thoughts and vision provide an excellent foundation for discussions that will follow in the upcoming sessions. We have yet another guest of honor with us today, Dr. A. Venkataraman. So he will add really great words to address us. Before I call him to the dais, allow me to a few words of introduction.
Okay. Let me go ahead because I need to.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Stage is over to you,
Yeah,
sir.
I thought I would be saying good morning, but good afternoon to all of you. Yeah, our MLA ji who just left because of his preoccupation. My closest friend and advisor, well-wisher, and who has helped me a lot in my academic, professional growth as well as my outlook. Professor Raja Saab, Professor Naik ji, whom I had a nice interactions, Madam. My mentor here, I'm very, very fortunate. that have my mentor here, my Rani sir, my close friend Sampath Kumar, Vrinda madam, and this conference also sees an youngster who belongs to this particular place, had his education here, and with me he was, and he became an entrepreneur. And this conference on innovation, innovation to incubation, incubation to entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship to business, and business to marketing. You will see from yourselves one Dr. Ravi, who has been here, and tomorrow morning is going to speak, but he comes from this place, and possibly the next college where he studied. Something which, was missed also about Raja Saab sir is the way he developed our Gulbarga University. He was responsible for a few more things. One was the digitization of the examination system. Another which, for this particular conference, which calls itself as innovation, right? He was responsible for the Erasmus Mundus Fellowship, sir. And you are responsible for even Ravi going over there. And Ravi brought out publications in JCS journals, highest journals. He went over to Spain with the, well-wishers as well as under the guidance of Raja Saab, and came back fruitfully under the hybrid mode. Like this, many other fellows went over, including me as a fellow, to Spain. They were biochemistry professors, they were even students, good number of students also went. This is what Gulbarga University, one of the very good achievements as well as the benefit of Gulbarga University, which has had under your guideship, sir. And just 1 or 2 minutes, because I need not have to take, because again I have some this one. Nice to see that, we have foreigners here who are going to speak on very advanced subjects. We have other speakers from different sections. And a word or two that when Naik was mentioning about having an international, as a conference, in association with Royal Society of Chemistry. Royal Society of Chemistry is an international body housed in UK. It has almost 60,000 members and almost 50 Nobel laureates working for it. And Gulbarga means, India has 4 sections, of which Dakkan, that is our compassing of Telangana, Andhra, Karnataka and Goa, come under our jurisdiction. So that's how we are with you. We are very fortunate from the Royal Society that we are organizing this for you. We are in association with your college, and more importantly, I wish to wholeheartedly thank and appreciate my gratitude from RSC to Raja Saab sir for the KSTA, who is very generous enough to support this. So we take to the students this particular international conference with all the topics, going over, some of them may plausibly overflow, but at least good number of talks, you will be seeing that they reaches you, including mine. Right? And I take this opportunity from the Royal Society of Chemistry to thank all of you. And I thank all of you again for this fellowship in the sense, for this international conference. We are all together for these 2 days. Thanks a lot. Namaste.
Thank you, sir, for your brief conclusion to this inaugural session, and we hope we will get elaborative speech in plenary session. Before we conclude the session, we would like to honor our guests for taking time off to be with us for their outstanding contributions in their respective fields. Their achievement is an inspiration to the students, and I request all the conveners of the conference and the head of the institution to honor the guests on behalf of the organizing committee and the college. So we would like to honor our guests. And at first, I would like to honor Dr. Raja Saheb A.H. sir. Sir, please come forward and take our honor. All the conveners and the head of the department, Professor Vijaya Madam, please honor the guests. At first, Dr. Raja Saheb A.H. sir. And already we knew he has done outstanding contributions in his field. And this one is a token of respect to sir. All the teachers of our college, please take a part in this honor session. Thank you, sir, for your great appearance. And now I would like to call Dr. M.K. Naik, sir, to receive our honor. This is sheer a token of love and respect for your outstanding contributions in the field of agriculture. Thank you, sir. And now I request Dr. A. Venkataramanan for receiving the honor from the organization and the college. It's the token of love and affection for your outstanding contributions in the field of chemistry. Your appearance is really the great enthusiasm for us. Thank you, sir. Thank you all. Thank you. And finally, I invite Professor Vijaya Naik, the principal of our college, to deliver the presidential remarks, offering her guidance and wisdom and encouragement to all participants and marking the formal commencement of the conference. Professor Vijaya Naik, madam, for her presidential speech. The stage is over to you, madam.
ವೇದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಸೀನರಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಎಚ್ ರಾಜಾ ಸಾಬ್ ಅವರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೆ ನಾಯಕ್ ಅವರೇ, ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಎ ವೆಂಕಟರಾಮನ್ ಅವರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ವಿವಿಧ ಕಾಲೇಜುಗಳಿಂದ ಆಗಮಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಕರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಮಿತ್ರರೇ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಭೌತಶಾಸ್ತ್ರದ ವಿಭಾಗ ಹಾಗೂ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ವಿಭಾಗ ಹಾಗೂ ರಸಾಯನಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ವಿಭಾಗದ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳನ್ನ ಈ ಹೊಸ ಹೊಸ ಆವಿಷ್ಕಾರದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಅವರನ್ನ ಹುರಿದುಂಬಿಸಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವ ಕನಸು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರದಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಆ ಕನಸನ್ನ ಈಡೇರಿಸುವ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡವರು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಭೌತಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ವಿಭಾಗದ ಮುಖ್ಯಸ್ಥರಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಐಕೆ ನಾಯ್ಕ್ ಅವರ ಶ್ರಮದ ಪ್ರತಿಫಲವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಇಂತಹ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನ ದೊಡ್ಡವರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕರೆಸಿ ಈಗ ವೇದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರನ್ನ ಕೂಡಿಸಿ ಅವರ ಭಾಷಣವನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸುಯೋಗ ನಮ್ಮದೆಲ್ಲರದಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನವನ್ನ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಪಡಿಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾನು ನಿರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ಸಾಗಬೇಕು. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇಡೀ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಮಾದರಿಯಾಗಿ ನಿಲ್ಲಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Thank you, madam, for your valuable insights and words of encouragement. With this, the inaugural session of the two-day International Conference on Innovations in Science and Technology 2025 comes to a close. So, I request IQAC Co-Coordinator Sandesh sir to present vote of thanks.
Dear all, it's a pleasure to me to fetch vote of thanks to this inaugural session of first day morning. And first I would like to thank the inaugurator of this 2 days international conference, Shri Dinkar K. Shetty, MLA and Chairman CDC of our college. And on behalf of the college and the organizing committee of this international conference, I would like to thank him for his everlasting support for our college. Thank you again. And the chief guest and the keynote, the one who delivered the keynote address of this international conference, Professor A.H. Rajasab, Chairman KSTA and former Vice Chancellor, Tumkur University. Sir, we are very glad to hear you, listen you, because you have associated, you have collaborated the science and the spirituality together. And as Professor N.K. Naik said, E is equal to mc square. Somewhere I have read that it is associated with the Buddhist philosophy and the Mula Madhyama Karika of Nagarjuna also. For that, I am very happy being the student of literature. I am very happy to listen you both. And thank you for that, sir. Thank you for your guiding light of keynote address. And I would like to thank the guest of honor today, Professor M.K. Naik, FKSTA, former Vice Chancellor of Agri University, Shumoga, and his empirical knowledge over the science as well as the spirituality. Thank you for that, sir. And you are a stalwart in your area, and we are very glad to hear and to have you here, sir. And again, guest of honor today, Professor A. Venkatraman, FRSC, UK, FKSTA. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your presence with us. And the everlasting backbone of our college and the principal who is the guiding spirit of all our events, Professor Vijaya D. Naik, Principal Gfgc Kumta. Thank you, madam. Thank you for your valuable presence and words and guiding. And on behalf of the college and the organizing committee, I would like to thank all the presentees, all the delegates, all the resource persons, all the guests, as well as the media and the supporting team. For all of you, we are very thankful in conducting today's international conference. And thank you one and all, and thank you for the opportunity. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to all the dignitaries, speakers, and participants for making this inauguration a memorable occasion. Thank you, sir. And now we would like to take a 5 minutes gap, and then we will have to continue the plenary session before the lunch.